Yeah, we are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no stint, and everything is going to be all right. We do this thing on Throwback Thursday night. Let's get real about relationships. Let's get this thing popping. The music coming on right now. Let's get it dropping. All right, y'all. Yeah. The daily go get ism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We talk about the difference between living with somebody and staying somewhere tonight. The difference between living somewhere and staying somewhere. Well, a lot of people think that there isn't any difference. Well, the biggest difference can come when you're talking about living with somebody versus staying with somebody. Now, depending on where you live and how y'all speak in that area where you live, where you come from, where you're at, where you stay, where you okay. That region may look at staying somewhere as being where you live. Like that's where you lay your head down and that's where you sleep, that's where you go. That's where you go back to every time you go out, and that's where you come from every time, you know. So, so for a lot of people, staying somewhere is the same way. It's the same thing as living somewhere. But is it really the same? If I'm your man and you my woman, if I'm your man and you my girl, if we together like that, and we decide to move in with each other. Are we living together or are we staying together? Well, tonight we're gonna take a few examples out to show that there can be differences in living together and staying together. If I think that you and I are living together, well, then that means that I believe or I'm under the impression that that is our choice. We want to be together. We want to live under the same roof. We want to make sure that the two of us depend on each other to make this thing happen. We want to be together 24/7, even if we're not right in front of each other in each other's faces, all up under each other 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We don't have another place that we live. We don't have an address anywhere else. We don't have mail going to another place. But if I'm staying with you or you're staying with me, you might be going somewhere else or waiting for something else to come open. So there are differences between living somewhere and staying somewhere, especially when expectations start to come into the picture. When we start talking about what I expect you to do if you want to live here, or what I expect you to do if you want to stay here. Like, listen, if you want to stay here, this is what you're going to have to do. First of all, I don't want niggas coming in and out of my house if you stay in here. I realize that you know you got put out of your own place, or you had a fire, or you just divorced or broke up, or whatever the case may be. It's not a safe or comfortable living situation wherever you were. So this is sort of like a transitional place for you. So you're staying here. You're not really living here. You're staying here. In other words, you might be waiting for another place to come through, a house to be built, a landlord to approve a lease, a credit check to come through. Whatever the case is, you might be on the verge of homelessness if not for you staying here. So if you want to stay here, what I'm going to need you to do is to make sure that you don't have any company here that I don't know. I don't want people coming in and out of my house, casing my place, seeing what I have, plotting and scheming to rob and pillage. I don't want that. You don't really live here, you're just staying here. You haven't even changed your address to here. Like maybe you have a P.O. box. You know, you might be in a situation where you don't want to change your address too many times because you're waiting for an opportunity to come through and you don't want anything to make it look like your living situation is unstable. So maybe you have a PO box that you use. So you're living under my roof, but you don't even receive mail here. You go to the post office with your post office key in order to get your mail. You know what I'm saying? So you're not living here, you're staying here. But I don't want you having niggas running in and out of my crib. And I need you to do some other things since you're only staying here. I need you to buy your own food. Don't go to my refrigerator, look in there, drink up all the juice. Don't eat up all my fruit. Don't cook up all my meat. Don't get your own food. As a matter of fact, in your room, I want you to have your own little refrigerator. I want you to have your own little refrigerator so you can have your own stuff, so we don't start bumping heads about what belongs to who and who shouldn't have eaten anything. I don't want no problems. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no beef. Because you're only going to be here for a little while anyway. You said you only need to be up in here 60 days. So we got 2 months to make it happen. Make sure you're saving your money. Make sure you're saving your money. As a matter of fact, I need you to be out by the time the semester is over because my son or my daughter is coming back home, and I need their room to be back ready for them when they come home for summer break or whatever. They're gonna be home for a few months, and you can stay in their room until they get back. Don't mess up none of their stuff. Don't move none of their stuff. You sleeping in their bed. Bring your own linen. I need you to bring your own linen. I mean, listen. I want to help you out, but you only staying here. Don't get too comfortable. Well, see, this type of thing can happen when when you're in a committed relationship. Maybe some of y'all have only stayed with somebody that thought you were living with them, or maybe somebody was only staying with you that you thought was living with you. See, when you're living with somebody, you accept that living arrangement. You accept that living arrangement as a 50-50 split. Not necessarily the bills, but a lot of times that. But what I mean by a 50-50 split is I mean that you accept the way that they live the same way that you expect that they will accept the way they live or you live. Like when a man and a woman live together, it should be that both of them have wanted this situation. Y'all have decided that this is the best way to go. This is actually going to propel and push your relationship forward. Like we're going forward with our love. Some Terrence Trent D'Arby shit. Let's go forward with our love. Let's go forward with our love. Let's go forward with our love. That's on The Hard Line, according to Terrence Trent D'Arby, his first album. Go check that out, from 1987. If you haven't checked that album out, it's like the album of the year. It was one of the greatest albums ever recorded. But anyway, but the two of you have decided that y'all don't want to spend nights away from each other. Y'all want to be together. Maybe it's cheaper to be together, or maybe it'll be more expensive to be together. But one of y'all wants to pick up the cost. Like, listen, babe, come and stay with me. Ain't no point in you paying rent in a place that you are barely in. You're over my house every night, 7 days a week. So why should you be paying rent? You can come over here, keep your money. We'll stay in this place until we eventually, get our own house, because we're gonna get married one day, whatever the case may be. But listen, I love being around you. You love being around me. Come on, let's go ahead and do this thing. We already doing it anyway. Look, all your stuff is already all over here. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna divide these closets up, the drawer spaces in the dressers and the armoires and all that kind of stuff. Listen, I want you to live here. We're living together. That's what living together is. So living together is not waiting until somebody goes home so you can have your own space. Living together is not okay, all right, so on the weekends he comes over, and I put up with their snoring, I put up with their stinking, I put up with they loud music or loud talking or whatever, they're partying, they're drinking, whatever. But it's only gonna last for a few days, and after those few days are over, I need to air out anyway. That's not living together. That's staying together slightly. Barely that. Barely that. No, living together means that you are prepared for whatever that person does in the place that they live. Every day, no days off, 24/7, 365 days a year, 12 months, 52 weeks. Each payday, there have been some people who have stayed somewhere pretending to live that place when they had their own place somewhere. Maybe they accepted a living arrangement that they didn't trust. Accepting a living arrangement that you don't trust. Let's say, for example, we're gonna go with a female this time. Your man asks you to move in. Now you know your man he has control issues. You know it. Maybe his issues haven't gotten out of control for you. Maybe he's a little bossy and he takes a little bit too much liberty and making decisions for you than sometimes you're comfortable with, but you've accepted that that's him. But you know that with him, once something totally belongs to him or is in his possession as he feels, he starts to act a little funny. He starts to get too possessive. He starts to exercise a little bit too much control. He starts to limit access and certain liberties and freedoms and stuff like that. So maybe you don't, even though he said that he's going to change, he's not going to be that way. He's ready to relinquish all of his tyranny that he displayed before. He's ready to settle down, bring you in and accept it. But maybe you're not sure that he's ready to do that yet. So you said, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all my stuff out of my crib. I'm going to move into his house. Or I'm going to put all my stuff in storage. But you don't stop paying rent at your place. So although you've been staying with your man for a year, you've also been paying rent for a year in a place that you do not stay at or do not live at. But you didn't want to break your lease because you feared that maybe one day this situation wouldn't work out or it would take a turn for the worse. So you wanted to make sure that you had some place to go in case he acted a fool and tried to put you out or get violent or act a fool in some other type of way or just really do a big turn on you that was unacceptable to you. Now, I want to know from y'all, do you think in a situation like that, would a woman be wrong? Would she be wrong? Would she be dishonest to y'all? If she moved in with her man because her man asked her to move in and she said that she wanted to move in with him, would she be wrong for keeping the safety net of her own apartment, just in case? Would she be wrong for doing that? Now, I asked if she would be wrong because if a man did it, most people would assume that the real reason he was doing that was because he was probably bringing chicks over that crib and, bedding them down without his girl knowing. So would she be wrong? Now, I'm not saying that she's cheating. But we talk about being honest. We talk about lying by omission. We talk about these things all the time, right? Well, would she be lying by omission? She gave the impression that she totally gave up her place. She even put her stuff in storage. maybe, maybe at certain times she took some of her stuff out of storage and put it back into the apartment. Maybe she turned her old apartment, her old place, into her own little woman cave. Like sometimes I tell him that I'm going out with my girlfriends, and all I do is just go home. I still got cable at the house, or I use my Fire Stick, whatever the case may. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't turned the internet off over at my crib. Well, I mean, at my old place. You know how females get when they being dishonest. Like, well, I mean, I don't mean at my place. I mean, where I used to live, where I'm just, how y'all get. Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita. And T. Carrie Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Stacy White, thanks for coming by. It's good to see you. Wanted to say hi. And Emily Dunlap is in the house. Wow, she about to turn it out. And Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Thanks for coming on through. Good to see you, girl. What up, y'all? All right. All right. Carol Chamberlain says, you never really know a person until you live with them. Outside never looks the same, looks like the inside. I'm just saying. Understandable to me. And Carol says, no, she wouldn't. Wait a minute. No, she wouldn't. My dad always said, it's a poor rat that only has one hole. You know what he was talking about, though, right? You know what he was talking about. Because men say that all the time. And they talking when they say that, since it's Throwback Thursday, let's get real about relationships Thursday. When men say that it's a lonely rat, a poor rat that only has one hole, we're talking about something. If you can only depend on your woman for some coochie, then you're in a bad position. Because as soon as she realizes that you only have her, she might start acting funny with it. She might start holding out on it. She might start getting stingy. She might start using it as a weapon. But let's see. TK Wright says they aren't married, so no, she's not wrong. So she would be wrong if they were married. That's interesting. So she's dishonest if they're married, but she's not dishonest if they're unmarried. Okay. Cheryl says, if they have an apartment to only live in one spot or be married, then it should be shared. But if not, communication is not what it should be. Okay. It can be a sticky situation. I know it. Y'all know it. This is not the easiest situation to speak of because in some way, somebody is lying. If not straight up lying, being dishonest in some way. They're not being 100% truthful about their intentions, about their expectations, about their convictions, and about their suspicions. One thing about living together is that it's very important to keep the lines of communication open. Thanks, Emily. Talking about pin the number. Wow. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. When you live with somebody, when y'all are living together, I should say, keeping the lines of communication open are is of the utmost importance, because it's so easy for one person to be insecure or to feel insecurity because they are unsure of what the intentions are. You know how it is when you with somebody and you don't really know what their plans are for you. You don't really know what their feelings are about you, but you do know what your feelings are about them. So you know that your feelings are strong, but you're not sure if their feelings are strong for you. You know how we always say, I want somebody to treat me the way I would treat them, or treat them the way I want to be treated. Whatever how how it goes. Well, when you're living with somebody, you really have to hammer that point home, because when you're living together, you don't have anywhere to go with your insecurities. You don't have that space by yourself to just think or whatever. Maybe when they go to work, the times when y'all are not right there in each other's presence, like when you go to work or however that goes. But but yeah, you have to make sure that when you're living together, that the person that you're living with understands how you feel and what makes you happy and what makes you sad, what makes you upset, what makes you rattled, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel comfortable. Because that place is where you live and you need to be comfortable there, or it's going to start to feel like a hellhole. It's going to start to feel like a prison. I don't care how comfortable the furniture is or the furnishings are. It's going to start to feel like a lavish prison. I can't get out of here, and I hate it. I want out. There's no worse feeling than contemplating putting somebody out of your crib, or saving up your money to be able to get on up out of there. Shout out to my people who have come home to a place where the closet done been cleaned out, the TV's gone, all of their personal belongings are gone. They waited till they went to work and they had just enough time to remove all of their stuff. They came home like, this bitch done what? Yeah. You want to talk about miscommunication or lack of communication. People have done that and didn't even want to break up. Didn't have the balls to say, I want to move. So they just did it. We can still be together if you want, but I don't think it's good for us to live together no more because whatever the case is. So when we talk about living together, living with someone, living together means that you understand those stains. She wears a weave or whatever. That she's going to be, that glue is going to be everywhere. That ink is going to be staining your seat. I mean, your sink, your sink bowl. That. That if you have one of those girls who keeps their hair up all the time, you're gonna be having bumpers. You're gonna be burning yourself, wondering if curlers are on and all that kind of stuff. Any man who has ever lived with a woman that either wears long weave or takes care of her hair, with pressing it and all that kind of stuff, that you don't have a lot of sink space. There's only room on the sink for your toothpaste and your toothbrush, brother. The rest of that sink belongs to her. She might have a whole wig holder on the sink. Different wigs, all that. Bumpers, curlers, weave glue. You mess around, you ain't paying attention. You mess around and put weave glue or some Vagisil on your toothbrush and brush. Listen, you gotta be careful, son. You gotta be careful. But you accept this when you live together because you already knew what you was working with. hopefully y'all have stayed with each other enough times to know what you're getting into by the time y'all live with each other. So I've talked to people who said that you should never live with anybody unless you're married, and I totally disagree. I know how people say that when you live with somebody, the chances that of you ever getting married get slimmer and slimmer. I understand that, but that's just like saying you should never have sex with anybody until you get married. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know what you're getting into. You need to test drive somebody to see if you are able to live with them before you marry them. So I would suggest this. Set a date to get married. Be engaged. But go ahead. Honor that date. Honor that date. But make sure that before that date is coming up, that you are knocking things off of your questions list, your suspicions list, your irritations list. You need to make sure that that marriage is going to work because you know that you can sleep with that person. I mean, you mean to tell me that you don't really know how a person sleeps and you want to move in with them or you want to get married to them before you move in? You ain't know that they sleep with a CPAP machine. What's that? What's that? What's that machine they use for sleep apnea? They might have and that machine they use for asthma. Man, a lot of people have really serious breathing problems, and it can keep you up at night. It will. It will keep you up at night. Snoring all heavy. Like I said, CPAP machine. You damn near got a defibrillator there. I gotta jump start my baby every morning before we go to work. Clear. Baby, your alarm going off. You know what I mean? You stop breathing. Sleep apnea having ass, John. But it's all right, baby. We gonna live. We lived another day. Well, I'm so glad I bought this defibrillator. The fuck? Real talk. Y'all think it's a joke? It's not. The difference between staying somewhere, living somewhere. The difference between staying with somebody and living with somebody. See, when you staying with somebody, you kind of marking off your territory. Women leaving underwear, clothing, articles of clothing, maybe feminine products, things like that. Stuff that better be there the next time they come back, and it better be visible in the same space the same spot that they put it there, that they put it in, whatever. That's staying somewhere. You might do that in some place where you don't even stay. You just letting anybody else who might be imposing or impeding, you letting them know, like, yeah, I was here. Same thing with men, leaving boots, leaving sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some women will have things that belongs that they have bought for their man for when he comes over. Things like slippers, slides, a robe, Like, no, you don't take that robe home with you. No, you don't take them slides home with you. Those are for you when you come home. Those are not for your house. Those are for your home. This is your home. Yeah. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get it right. Oh. Okay. Okay, I was saying what it says. It's a trial run. TK Wright says, once you're married, your level of commitment should be stronger than to have a spare apartment just in case. It should be. But look at how many people out here get married for selfish reasons. I don't even love the John. I don't even love the nigga. But his income is way better than a 401k could ever provide. I got to make this move. This is a business move. Making sure that my baby's birthright is secured. Do what I got to do. Plus, there's a nice, expensive foreign coupe outside for me. You married for love. I'm married for me. I'm married for comfortability. Cal says, "Are you speaking from experience?" Listen, I've lived with somebody twice. The first time the second time I would say that we actually lived together. The first time I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it both times, either one of the times. But the first time was worse because I felt like I was I felt like I was having my whole youth taken away from me. Like I had no plans to do this. So the whole time we were living together, I was waiting till we wasn't in that situation no more. I never enjoyed it. So I should have never done it. And of course, it's easy to look back on a situation like that and say, well, you shouldn't have done it if you didn't want to do it. Well, there are a whole lot of situations where I didn't do exactly what I wanted to do, but I took a shot. And those are good situations and bad situations. Like I didn't want to go to Penn State. I went. Worked out. But no, that wasn't my choice. I never wanted to go to that school. I had to go. New time was running out. Other schools weren't responding. They were ready to go. Like, yo, show up on Monday. Don't even worry about the financial aid. You good. We got it all taken care of. You're ready. I had to do that. It was either take that shot or wait all the way until the next semester to wait for all of this financial aid to come through and these acceptance letters and all that kind of stuff. I had to take a chance. So many times in my life, I haven't exactly listened to my gut, but my gut has not always been right when I did listen to it. So yeah. But and neither of my situations was it totally bad. It wasn't. It was bad because it's not what I wanted. That was the worst part about it. Other than that, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. But I learned a lot about myself and it grew me up. It grew me up a lot. What I learned about it the most was that you have to accept the way somebody lives when y'all live together. When y'all staying together, you do not have to accept the way that somebody lives because you are on your way home or to another place at some time. Where you have laid your hat ain't your home. You like, I just gotta hold my breath for a few minutes, and then I'll be back. I'll be over here at Keisha crib, or I'll get my own place, or you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. When you live with somebody, you have to accept that this is the way that they live. This is what they're used to. Now, I either have to get used to it and accept it, or we have to make some other kind of compromise. But when you live with somebody, you're not looking for a way to get out or be out. You're not looking for a way out. You're looking for more harmonious ways in. How can we make this living arrangement better? How can we improve this situation together? Living together means being together. Staying together means, yeah. All right, you like that and I like this. So whenever I don't want to deal with that, I go over here. Let me see. Oh, TK Wright says, I think that her question about the Vagisil was about the Vagisil on the toothpaste. I mean, if you listen, if a nigga can't read, I don't know what to tell him. I don't know what to tell him. Or maybe he wears glasses. He got thick glasses, and he ain't wearing when he went to go brush his teeth. I don't know what to tell him. But yeah, about having the whole sink taken up. Many men know about that. If you messing around with one of these young girls that wear weaves and wigs all the time, you ain't gonna tell me that you own 50% of your sink at your crib. I wish it was some men. Ain't no men in the chat right now. If there are any men listening in the background, let me holler at me. Matter of fact, I'll tell you like this. I'll put it out here. I'll put it out here like this. $20 says that if you live with a chick that wears weaves and wigs all the time, I bet you that she owns 75% of her sink, of your sink, y'all sink. Prove me wrong. Take a picture right now. Upload it. The bathroom is a woman's place anyway. I don't mean like the kitchen and the bedroom, supposed to be a woman. No, the bathroom is a woman's place. Think about it. Women do shit in the bathroom. It's not even just like that at home. It's like that in business. Which bathroom is always bigger? The men's bathroom or the woman's bathroom? Which place has the couch? Which bathroom has the couch in it? The love seat in it? I still don't understand why that's the case. Why do women need a love seat in the bathroom? I don't know, but they have it. They have it. And the women's bathroom, as nasty as men are, the women's bathroom is nastier. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Let me see. Stacey White says, if I can get no sleep for 3 days, I'm a monster. Okay. So yeah, when you live together, you have all those little quirky things, those things that get on your nerves, get under your skin, and all that. All of those things have to be addressed. You got to work them out. That's what living together is all about. That's what living together is all about. When you just staying with somebody, a lot of stuff about this living arrangement I don't really dig, but it don't matter because I'm on my way out. I'm getting ready to get on the out of here anyway. So I ain't worried about it. I ain't gonna sweat that. I ain't gonna sweat that. I'm about to go, baby. Yeah. Carol says, yes, women's public bathrooms are nasty. Always. Always. Any job I've ever been on. And I work in housekeeping. So I know. I've been in many and plenty of women's bathrooms. I'd be like, God damn. These chicks. Yo. Let me ask y'all a question. This is off the subject a little bit, but who do you think washes their hands less after they use the bathroom, men or women? Do 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 do. Who do y'all think? A lot of women don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom. I seen them. I've seen them. I hear women complain all the time how, these chicks, they don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom. I know that's some nasty. Now, there are plenty of men who don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom either. Is it just that we ain't snitching on each other? I don't know. Emily says, you already know men. Emily says, yes, I see it too with women. I don't know. A lot of women don't wash their hands. There's some real unsanitary chicks out there. So yeah. Anyway, the difference between staying somewhere and living somewhere may be all caught up in where you are planning to go next. If you're planning to get another place with your woman, with your man, then sounds to me like y'all living together. If you planning to get another place on your own and you want your man to fill out another application, you want your man to fill out another application in order to be with y'all? I mean, for y'all to live together? Yeah, well, yeah, no. Y'all probably just staying together. Living together takes compromise and it takes a level of maturity. When you're living with somebody, you say something hurtful or disrespectful, that's going to come back to bite you in the ass later. At the very least, y'all going to have a conversation about it. It's not necessarily the case when y'all staying together. Yeah, you pop off at the mouth when y'all staying together. If your mom is still alive, you mess around, go live with your mom or stay with your mom for that night. Yeah, I don't feel like hearing the BS tonight. So I just stayed with my mom. I ain't even tell her where I was. If y'all was living together, you would have to be a man about it and confront whatever it is that you want to say or that you have already said. There's a difference. There's a maturity level that's involved. There's a certain decency level that's involved. You know what I mean? Stacy says, I wash my hands every time I go to the bathroom. Some women don't have good hygiene. That sums it up. And it's true. It's truer than a motherfucker. Truer than a motherfucker. Yes. This is Let's Get Real About Relationships Thursday. So we talking about the way that a man and a woman interact with each other in a relationship, because many different relationships have different rules, but the rules should be decided by the people in the relationship, not by society as a whole. And that's another difference between living together and staying together. When you're staying with somebody, you probably let the influences of the outside world govern a lot of what happens inside of the home that you are staying at. But when you're living with somebody, you don't give a shit how the neighbors are doing, how your peoples are doing, or what anybody else has to say. This is our place. This is me and you dealing with each other and our situation. We're trying to build something together here. So I don't want to hear about nothing nobody else has to say from anywhere else. We're going to work this thing out together because I care about the way that you feel. I care about you being comfortable. I care about your happiness. And I want you to care about the same things with me. So we have to put our heads together. We can't just bail out when one of us gets upset or hurts each other's feelings or whatever. We got to find a way to work this thing out. I want to be with you. You want to be with me. We want to be together. Well, we got to find a way to make it happen. We're already living in this place together. Let's find a way to live with each other harmoniously. I want you to be happy, baby. Come on, man. Stop playing. What's up? I just need 10% more of that sink. You got 75. Can we get to 65? We good. That's enough. That's enough room for my shavers, my razors, my toothbrush, my toothpaste. Because honestly, a man and a woman don't always like the same toothpaste. Real shit. I'm the type of person that's always going for natural types of toothpaste. And I don't really care about if my toothpaste has, like, I've gone through phases. I've gone through years where I never used any toothpaste. There was no toothpaste in the house. Strictly Arm and Hammer, baking soda, peroxide, and that's all it was. Peroxide and baking soda. No toothpaste. I did all right. You know. So, a lot of women ain't about that life. Like, come on, oh, you gotta have some toothpaste. Like, all right, let me buy a tube of Colgate. I ain't brushing my teeth with that garbage. But it's a compromise. So, if I get back 35% of the sink, yeah, we might have enough room for my shavers, my razors. When I say shavers, I mean like the clippers, the razors, the toothbrush, my box of my bottle of peroxide, my box of baking soda. You know what I mean? I don't need a whole lot, just need a little something. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. Good to see you, my brother. You said you missed a good one tonight. I don't know. It was all right. It was all right. We still got a few more minutes, though. Do not despair. Do not despair. But yeah, man, living together means that you don't accept that you're the only one that matters in this living arrangement. You take you take your woman's or your man's feelings and their desires into consideration. And that takes maturity. That's not just something everybody does or something that's going to happen gradually or automatically, or you got to work on those things. You got to care. You got to actually give a shit about what somebody else likes. And sometimes people don't give a shit about what somebody else likes until they are shown what it's like for somebody not to give a shit about what they like. And sometimes that's when the light clicks on. That's when everything starts to come into view. Please make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we're talking about the difference between staying somewhere and living somewhere. Are they the same? I don't think so. I don't think so. I would definitely rather live somewhere than stay somewhere. When you live with somebody and that's your heart, you're going to take them wherever you go. Carol Chamberlain says two bathrooms are better for couples. 2 bathrooms are better for families. Carol, you know what it's like to live in a Philly row home with 1 bathroom and 6 people, 7 people in the damn house. You got 3 bedrooms. Yeah, sometimes we got to make do. So we got way more people living in this house than we have room for, but we got 1 bathroom. Hopefully everybody don't go to work or school at the same time, but we did it. And sometimes you have more than one bathroom, but you might only have one working bathroom. Who knows what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. Sometimes you have a bathroom that's not a working bathroom. You know, sometimes you have a bathroom that guests can use, and then you have a bathroom that guests can't use. Why? Because that toilet ain't right. You know what it's like when the toilet ain't right. Maybe those toilet bolts ain't down right. So that seat a little rocky. Maybe the toilet fixtures, which some people call the toilet guts. The toilet guts are what you see when you take the back or the lid off of the toilet tank, and you see the flapper, the fluid master. They people who don't know what that stuff is called, they call it toilet guts. Yeah, I'm in my landlord bag right now. The toilet guts need to be changed. So that toilet ain't working right. So that might be a toilet where you have a bucket in the in the tub, that leaking tub, you know. So that leaking tub is catching the water that you're going to use to flush the toilet in. So no, this bathroom is not for guests. They got to use the upstairs bathroom. This bathroom here, that's just for family, because we, you know what I mean, family don't have to be embarrassed in front of each other. So you might only have one working bathroom and you got 6 people in the crib. So you got a bathroom where the shower works, and then you got a bathroom where the shower don't work. You got a bathroom where all of the faucets work, and then you got the bathroom where you got to go under the sink and turn on the valve. Make sure you turn that valve off, because the water is going to be running all day if you don't tighten up that valve. And you'll keep using that valve under the sink until you eventually strip the valve, and now you can't stop the water from running, and you don't want to run up your water bill like that. Yeah, babe. So you got to finally bring a plumber up in there and fix that thing. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Well, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn. Cal Chamberlain says, I sure do, and it ain't fun. No, it ain't. I recommend, listen, my mom was staying with me for a year. We only got one bathroom in this crib. It was, I'm not used to not being able to go to the bathroom when I gotta go. And sometimes I had to wait. A couple of times I was ready to make a dog move. What's a dog move? I was ready to go in the backyard, take a piss in the corner. The cats and dogs do it. It is what it is. But that's the difference between living with somebody, staying with somebody. You understand these things. Now I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say this. Some are going to agree, and some are going to disagree. I don't think that y'all living together if y'all still close the bathroom door every time y'all go to the bathroom. I don't think y'all live together. You ain't gonna tell me that y'all live together, but you need privacy in the bathroom. What you doing? What you doing in there? Even Crystal don't understand that. Like, yo, hold on. We don't close bathroom doors around here. We don't close bathroom doors. Sometimes Daddy get funny and he closed the back room door, so I can't lay on the bed back there. But we don't. I rub up on people when they in the bathroom. That's what I do. What you doing? Seriously though, you close your bathroom door every time. It ain't nobody but you and your. All right. Guests close bathroom doors. Couples don't close bathroom doors. Now maybe that's just a judgment on my behalf, but you ain't gonna tell me you live here. We sleep in the same bed. Half the time you naked in there. Okay, all the time. At the most, you got on one article of clothing, whatever the case may be. But you hiding some goodies. All right, maybe you taking a shit. You don't want nobody to smell. Okay. That's another thing, though. You ain't gonna tell me that y'all living together, but you shy about the way your inside smells. You shy about the way your inside smells, and you don't live here. You know what I mean? Should we wait past the days where you had to hold them farts in? You know what I'm saying? Till you got home. You finally got in the car or whatever. You finally got home. You could finally release all that gas. Nah, you live here. You gotta release the gas. If I quit you because of the gas, then we ain't have nothing, baby. We ain't have nothing. Me and you, I thought we had something special. We ain't had nothing special. I'm turned on by your gas. Cash, gas, or ass. Okay. All right, we about to do these birthday shout outs. Hold on. Cal said, me, I know about that. Listen, if you live in I don't know, you bougie to me. If your faucets in your crib have always worked, you bougie to me. I ain't never seen that like that before. Never. You ain't never have to use the valves under the sink. You ain't never have to use the valve under the toilet because the toilet was running all the time, man. You ain't come on, never. Damn, you grew up different. You know what I'm saying? You grew up different. Shit, I've been a contractor. I still had. I'm just saying. Gary Ray said, "Lordy." Carol said, and you need to know how to fix it. Yes, you do. TK Wright says, 3 bathrooms in my house and something small going on in each one. I'm just saying. Listen. Look. That's life. You know what I mean? Like, they may all be functioning, but they're not all functioning on the same level. They're not on the same level, So this one up here, the bathroom over here got a sink problem. The one over here got a tub problem. Now, they ain't a real tub problem, like it don't leak or nothing like that. But you ever have anybody ever have a faucet where the faucet handles are stripped, but they're not stripped to where they leak, but they don't stop. You know how you supposed to turn it off, and it's supposed to turn to a certain part, and then it stops turning. It might not turn, so it'll keep turning, so the water keep running. So you gotta turn it to where it stops. You gotta clock it just right. Like, okay, all right, leave it alone. You gotta fix that. But it's working. It's working for you. That's not for guests. You ain't trying to explain to guests that you got. Well, let me show you how to turn on the faucet and turn off the faucet. Yeah, I know. No, it says, I remember using the bathroom at 5 a.m. so I wouldn't be in the traffic between 6 and 6:45. Man, listen. I understand, man. You gotta get your schedule together. You gotta get that schedule. TK Ray said, whole farts. That's how I knew my dude was into me. Because one time, this I'm just saying. No, it says we eat the same things. Gas and poop should smell the same. Then again, one adult smoke pipe tobacco and that shit stink. I'm done. Let me do these birthday shout outs. Y'all wildin'. Yo. What we doing? We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 5th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Marie Williams, happy birthday to you. And Natasha Rochelle, happy birthday to you. And Jennifer Reed, happy birthday to you. And Binky Lowe, turning 63 years old today. And Kim Jackson. You know, Binky Lowe lived around the way. And he was older than me, but Binky will always be etched in my memory because Binky was the paper boy back in the day, delivering the bulletin. He was the paper boy back in the day. 63 years old today. So Binky was 11 years older than me. I never knew that. Well, I guess he's 11. Okay. Kim Jackson turning 53 years old today. Happy birthday, Kim. And Dartisha Lachelle, happy birthday to you. And Mika Barnes turning 45 years old today. And Thais Paisley Brown, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, go-getter Janai M.A. Smith, happy birthday to you. I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious January 5th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen, check it out, yo. I feel this. We got to talk about this. It's on the list. Living with somebody, staying with somebody. Maturity. Maturity is the word that comes to my light. To my mind that sticks out further than anything else. If you're not mature enough to stay with somebody, you're not going to be mature enough or ready or prepared enough to live with somebody. Living with somebody is a commitment. There's a level of commitment there. You notice we didn't even talk about the bills and all that kind of stuff because we already know about that. That's why I didn't want to get bogged down with that. But living wherever you live should be where you not only stay, but that's where you feel good about. Why would you buy a home that you don't like or that doesn't make you feel comfortable or doesn't make you feel like you're at home or that doesn't make you feel like you're safe from the rest of the world? This is bigger than just shelter. This is the living arrangements of our choosing. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about living together or living with someone. It should have you having life out there. Life. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We will be back tomorrow night for another Daily Go Getimism show. So make sure y'all come back through tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Blog Talk, we going to get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Yeah, on the other side, my boobers. Yeah. Peace.